So hey you guys, hope everyone is healthy and happy and having fun and staying coronavirus free. Trying something a little different today with the recording of the video and the audio. I'm recording the audio separately, just as a personal experiment, using a voice recorder. Not sure how it's going to work. Probably still get a lot of noise interference, but we'll see how that goes. I wonder if I'll fit through that gap. So I'm still looking for ways to get the sound working without all the wind interference. Trying different options here and there. The mic this time is actually set up through my phone. It's my phone headset mic, so hopefully you can hear me and it's not too bad. Okay, I'm waffling, so let's get on with what I was going to say. My thoughts of this bike so far. Just coming up to 2 weeks of ownership of the Benelli 502 TRK 502X. My thoughts on this bike so far, after a massive 200 miles exactly, is this bike is awesome. I love this bike. This is only the perspective of coming off of a 125 CBT, passing my test. Before this I was riding a Lexmoto Venom. Coming onto this bike is physically a whole lot bigger, but it is only a 500cc engine, so it's a little bit more forgiving. Not so crazy powerful as a step up to a first bigger bike. I mean, this isn't a big bike, this is only a mid-range bike. But as I say, my first thoughts on this are, I love it. My experience on riding before this was a scooter, a 125 naked style bike, a Suzuki Gladius 650, which is what I passed my test on, and this. This bike is by far the best I've ridden as of yet. That's including the Gladius. I've much prefer this bike over the Gladius that I rode. The seating position, the comfort. The Gladius was obviously more powerful, and it was a nice bike, but I prefer riding this. I think because I'm riding this more longer term. I've done more miles on it, so I'm loving this, and this is my one. So the seating position on this is bolt upright. It's like sitting in an armchair. It's so comfortable. For me personally, this is the perfect riding position. It is a little bit tall, but I've got used to that now. When I first picked it up, the physical side of the bike was crazy. It is a big machine. It's physically big, as I say. It's very heavy. It's 230 kilos, there or thereabouts. But again, the weight when you're riding just seems to disappear. I don't know what magic happens there, but it's such an easy bike to ride. I've taken it through a few corners, not at speed, because obviously I'm still trying to run it in. Took it through some forest lanes the other day. Really easy to take around the corners. The brakes on the thing, to start off with, I was going extremely easy on the brakes, letting them bed in a while, but so I've got 200 miles on it now. until I rode this is including the Gladius, until I rode this bike I didn't know what proper brakes felt like on the bike. The brakes on this thing are amazing. They're not grabby, they're not snatchy. You can progressively stop, and driving through the centre of London I've had to progressively stop very sharp on more than one occasion. And from being a total newbie on this machine to I still am a total newbie, my confidence has grown. My other bikes that I've owned and ridden, again including the Gladius, in the wind there was lots of, any side wind was an issue for me. This bike, I don't know if it's because of its weight, but it just feels so planted. It inspires confidence in me to progress from a 125 onto a larger machine. I definitely think I've made the right decision on getting a smaller engine, but the physical size of the bike, it's not intimidating at all. It's I quite like it now. Filtering is still a bit tricky. Definitely no RJ when it comes to filtering. Seems a very wide bike. But again, I'm getting used to that. That's something that I will get used to over time, I'm guessing. When I was on the going from the scooter to the Venom, I remember being exactly the same. On the Gladius I can't comment because didn't filter on the Gladius, it was only a learner bike, so I was always under, sort of like within lessons, I didn't do no filtering on that. But yeah, so as it stands at the moment, after 2 weeks and 200 miles of owning this bike, I haven't got a single fault. If I had to pick anything, the screen, I think the screen needs a little bit of a additional height, so I'll probably have to invest in that. I'm 5'11", when I'm sitting up I do get the wind coming from the screen and hitting me on the visor. That's probably the only negative that I've got on this bike at the moment. Other than that, as I say, love it. I'm looking forward to putting lots more miles on it. If I do, I will keep putting out the odd video here and now to keep you all posted, not only on how it's working but also my opinions on the bike, and hopefully my love for this thing will just continue to grow. So that's that. Okay everybody, so that's that for now. Y'all have fun. If you're riding, ride safe. If you're not riding, why not? Get out there. It's great fun. And now it looks like I'm stuck in this crash, so good time to sign off. See you later.